All right, I believe I am live. What is happening, everybody? It is Garrett Fankhauser. Today, I have a really rad video that I want to share with you guys. This is going to be important not only for you guys in the online marketing systems, but this is going to be super, super important for your business in general. What we're going to be talking about today is a system of setting and breaking your goals down and then creating habits on a daily basis that are going to lead you to hitting those goals. This is going to be sort of a walking you into something that I'm going to be dropping later on this week in the group. So keep an eye out for this. And what it's going to be is I'm going to walk you through it later this week when I drop this. It's going to be an asset that's going to walk you through the steps of setting KPIs, which we're going to cover today, to help you grow your Facebook page, group, your personal profile, whatever it is. But this is going to help you guys build an audience as an example. And then you guys can use this to set other goals and things like that. Okay. I'm going to walk you through what all of this stuff means because right now it's probably, okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. Sorry, I need to share my screen. Let me go to Zoom real quick. Share screen. Too many things going. Cool. All right. So we're going to come over here and we're going to talk about KPIs briefly. So KPIs is basically what all of the larger and cutting edge businesses are using to actually set and track goals and then set up metrics that they can track on a regular basis to make sure that they're hitting those goals. So this, where I actually learned this from was a book that was about Google using this. And this is years ago, right? This is something that I'm still learning and implementing in my systems. So by no means am I a fucking rock star expert with this, but hopefully you guys will get enough value out of this that you guys can use this in your own business. It's a fucking game changer if you guys can use this and apply it. Okay, cool. So let's talk about first, what is a KPI? A KPI is a key performance indicator, right? That's what it stands for. And basically the definition, a set of quantifiable, measurable measurements used to gauge a company's overall long-term performance. So imagine that we were trying to grow a Facebook group. One KPI that we would want to hit on a regular basis is like, let's say that we were trying to grow it by 1,000 people this year. A KPI maybe that we would set is 100 new people added to the group every month, right? So that would just be one example, right? Because if we did that, then we would have 1,200 by the end of the year. That would help us hit our goal, okay? Those KPIs can actually be broken then down into steps of say, cool, if we need to add 100 people within a 30-day period, what we can do is we can do 100 divided by 20, which is like the standard amount of working days in a month that most people work, unless you're me and you work 6 to 7. And if you guys can see, hopefully you guys can see the calculator on my screen, but 100 divided by 20, simple math, is 5, right? That means that in order to grow our Facebook group by 1,000 people in a year, which would end up being 1,200 if we did this, we would need to add 5 people to the group per day, right? So I hope that kind of makes sense how we started with a goal of like 1,000 and then we broke it back down. And I'll walk you guys again through this in some different examples. But let's actually do this visually, right? So let's say we're going to use that same example. And let me make this bold and a little bit bigger. Grow group by 1K people this year, right? Okay, so this is our goal. So let me put it over here. And let's put this over here and say, let's say we have 1K people in group right now. So this is a super important concept that I would love to teach you guys. It's really helped me. It's a very simple framework. Most of you guys probably already do this, or if you've been on a call with me, we've walked through this process. But basically what we want to do is we want to figure out where you are right now, where you're looking to go, and then what needs to happen in between to get you to that goal, right? There's going to be some roadblocks and things like that that you guys are going to need to break through. Some of that might require some new systems in place. For those of you guys who are already working with us, you guys are fucking awesome. You guys are killing it. For those of you that aren't, I would love to chat with you because our new systems that are out right now are just complete game changers. I'm going to be dropping some new content pretty soon, walking you through our new systems and explaining how I mean, even compared to like Palmetto, right? If we compared our website side by side to Palmetto, it's just completely like some of this stuff that we're dropping is freaking amazing, and I'd love to show you guys. But I want to start with some of the basics that are going to lead us into that are super important for you guys to understand. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a little arrow that goes from where you guys are right now. You guys have a group. Let's say that this is your Facebook page for your business. Let's say that this is your email list. Let's say that this is your customer list. It doesn't matter what this is. You can make this whatever it needs to be. This is just going to be our example for today. Okay. So check this out. We have 1,000 people in the group right now. We want to add another 1,000, right? So we want to be 2,000. So let's do, we won't worry about that. Cool. You guys get it. We're at 1,000. We want to go to 2,000. Okay. So in between, there's going to be a couple different things, and we're going to basically work through what we did just a second ago. Okay. So if we put this little guy here, let me see if I can make this make sense. Okay. So I'm going to do the math with you guys here, right? So if we have 1,000 people divided by 365 days, right? That's 2.73 per day. Let's do by 12 months, right? So we need to add 83.3. So we need to add 84 people per month. Okay, so we need to add 84 people per month. Okay, so let's put that over there. We know that that's our starting goal, right? It's very big, it's broad, and we're going to break this down, right? So if we're at 1,000 and we need to get to 2,000, we need to add 84 people per month. Okay, what does that look like if we were to break it down again, right? So let's do 84 people per month divided by 20 working days, right? So 4.2, right? This is, again, the exact same thing that I just did, but I'm doing the math a little bit differently so that hopefully you guys can better understand what's going on here. So we need to add 84 people per month. There's 20 working days in a month. So that leaves us to 4.2 that you need to add per day, right? So that rounds out to 5. Okay, so let's do this, 5 people per day. Okay. And then what we need to do is, all we need to do is figure out what we need to do to get 5 people per day into the group. So what we can do by that is a couple different things, right? I'm going to show you guys some interesting stuff here real quickly. And I'm just doing this on the fly, guys. So like, I'm kind of thinking this out as we go because I want to let you guys know how I would do it if it were me. But imagine that you had like a Facebook group, right? So let's go to the Facebook group. This can be your page. This can be whatever, right? So what I do on a regular basis is I would go somewhere like here to FFL Connects, right? So for you guys, imagine that you're trying to add customers. Let me tell you what I would do, and then I'll tell you how you guys can apply it to what you do. Okay. So what I would do is I would come in here and I would either create some content in here. I would chat with people, or I would just come in here and I would go to members. Right here, members with things in common, because these are the people that'll actually let me add. And you'll see that most of these people are already added. See where it says cancel request right here. So most of these people, it's not going to let me, because I have a virtual assistant that does this, just so you guys know. I have nothing to hide. Like, I have a team that really helps me out doing a lot of this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example in a group kind of like you guys would do, right? So let's say that we were looking for, let's say that we were looking to add customers, potential customers to our FFL, your business page or your Facebook group that you have. What you could do is go somewhere like this. Bench rest, shooting, and gunsmithing. Okay, so this one is, again, probably going to be a lot of FFLs, but you can go to members. You can go to members with things in common, and you'll see right here. So see where it says add friend. So there's a lot of people in here that are not on my friends list, right? Because a lot of these people might be actual like non-FFLs, which is cool. They're just not really my niche. Okay. So what you guys would do is come in here and set a KPI around this, right? So let's say that maybe we came back here and we said, in order to add 5 people to the day to our group, we need to add, let's do this, 20 people day to friends. Okay, so let me expand this out. And let's do an arrow from here to here, and then from here to here. So this makes sense. Okay. In order to add 5 people to the group every day, I need to add 20 people as friends, right? Let's say that this is a 25% ratio of if I invite 20 people every day to join my group or my page, that 5 people will join. Okay. That's just assuming a 25% average, right? 5 times 4 is 20, right? 25%. Okay. This is just an example. You guys can make your own numbers work with this. So what I would do is, well, me personally, I have an assistant that goes in and adds 20 people a day. And I have a spreadsheet that we track everything with, right? So we come over here and we have all of this tracking, right? So we do all this on a regular basis. This is real marketing here, guys. This is how it really works. So you add those 20 people in, and then what happens is you come over to your page or your group or whatever. We'll use the page, for example, and then you hit this invite button. And so you can add people in from your friends. So what this is going to do is this is going to look for friends. And then what you can do is say groups in common. And then you can do bench rest, shooting, and gunsmithing. Apply. This will show everybody that is in my friends list that is part of that group, right? So see these grayed out ones, we've already invited them. Says already a member. So you guys, some of you guys might see your names in here. This dude, Joseph Jones, I could do this, right? And I can hit send invite. Okay. And then I'm going to have to go track that now because I sent that invite. But down here, Joseph Jones has been invited to join this group, right? So I have then invited that person. So I would do 20 per day based on my KPIs, right? So this is just something to know. This is something to do, right? So on my task list, on my to-do list for the day over here, I would actually have a task that says that I need to add 20 people a day and then invite those 20 people or invite 20 people in general to the group so that I get 5 people to join the group per day. I don't know why there's double of 5 people per day. I don't know what happened there. I just realized that. But this is really what's going to allow us to hit this number. So this is our KPI, grow the group by 1,000 people this year. Like that's our end goal, right? And then these are the tasks and the daily goals that we want to hit on a regular basis to make this happen. So again, you guys, if you're looking to grow your business using social media, this is the kind of stuff that you'll want to do. You'll want to build an audience, which is like inviting friends to, inviting people to be your friend, creating content, maybe sending out DMs to people that engage with that content on a regular basis, right? And then starting conversations with those people and then seeing if they have a problem that you can solve, right? So, tell me about what kind of hunting that you do. Oh, I'm an elk hunter. Awesome. What cow do you prefer, right? It doesn't necessarily matter how the conversation goes as long as what you're doing is not trying to cram shit down people's throat, but have a cool conversation, a genuine conversation with people and see if you can help them. Like if they need a new home security shotgun, like ask them information about that. How long have you been looking? What type of house do you have? What's the longest that you figured that you might shoot this shotgun? Have you shot one before? You know, blah, 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 right? That's beside the point. That's a little more advanced, like social media, like training and tactics. But I hope that this is relevant to you guys in the sense of, if we took this out right here, right? Let me see if I can get these little arrows in here too. If we took that away, right, and we only focus on this, we have 1,000 people in the group and we need to get to 2,000. You guys have no fucking clue what to do on a daily basis to grow the group, right? There's nothing that's actionable in there. It's like people that set these goals, and some of you guys are guilty of this, and you'll probably, laugh at yourself when I hear this, but you guys will be doing like $500 a month or $1,000 a month right now. And I'm like, cool, where do you want to grow the business to in like 6 months or a year? I want to be doing 500K. It's not going to fucking happen, dude. It's not going to happen if you can't even get to 5,000 a month, right? So I'm not saying this to be pessimistic, but I'm saying this because the people that are talking about that don't have this in place. And without this in place, like your goals, you're kind of just like driving blindly across the country, hoping that you're going to make it to New York from Vegas or something. Like, it's so much easier if you have a map to go off of, right? So if you guys have questions around this concept, please drop them in this video. I will answer them after. If you guys are commenting right now as I'm doing this video, as you can see with me sharing my screen, I'm not seeing it, right? I'm not watching it. So what I'll do is I'll go back through and I will, if you guys have any questions around this, I will go back through and answer those. Keep an eye out in the group later this week, maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to be doing a post talking about the KPIs for building an audience. So this is actually, similar to what this asset is going to be about. But it's going to be like a physical, like a Google Doc with some walkthroughs and things like that. That's really going to help you figure out like how to better build an audience. One of the biggest things that I hear from you guys on a regular basis is, yeah, my Facebook page, my business page or whatever is growing. But there's not necessarily really a strategy around any of it. And with that being said, if there's no strategy around it, then one, it means that you're probably not really tracking what's going on. And two, it means that you're kind of just like throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping that it'll stick, right? So again, I hope this makes sense. This is a little bit different than some of our other videos. This one is like more of the advanced technical stuff. If you feel that it doesn't apply to your business, that's totally cool. This is like when you look at high level businesses that are making a fuck ton of cash and they're doing it on a regular basis and they have a team to support them. This is the shit they're doing. They have KPIs for their whole team. They have KPIs for the owner. They have KPIs for the business itself. This is how to actually hit your goals and fucking crush it. I hope this is helpful. I will catch you guys soon in the next one. Peace.